So Ireland get it done 31-7, a bonus point win which could be very important. Wales made a game of it in the second half but were dominated in that first half. So welcome to this video supported by Lifting Giants, where I go through the game, pick out some of the key themes from the teams, from the players. So let's get into it. And it was largely a very positive game with both sides coming to play. Ireland try and attack from deep, and goodness me, they move the ball a lot, lots of little passes, and they attack, from a long way out, and Wales watched it well. You've got to say the Welsh defence was pretty good in this game. I think it was their biggest positive, along with maybe their line out, and they didn't really split up. They kept shape, and it was just the sheer pressure that I think told for Ireland. Ireland are a bit better getting to the ruck, that bit quicker. They get a penalty from that. Crowley kicks it, and he kicked well all game. It was one area we were watching for Crowley was his goal kicking, and Wales aren't getting numbers to the ruck quick enough, and Akin Porter immovable over the ball. 2 early jackal penalties. Yeah, but it's early days, but you can tell this Irish team, they are a bit special. A lot of players at that absolute peak. A clever short line out early on between Sheehan. He goes up the wing, bumps players off. Aki's bumping players off. So they're just getting beyond that Welsh defensive line. 5-metre maul opportunity looks ominous, but big hunger from the Welsh pack holds it up. So even after 10 minutes, the game is kind of going the way we predicted it, with Wales being very brave in defence, but just too much pressure from Ireland, and that clear out being a big problem. I think 3 penalties early on from a poor clear out from Wales. The Irish attack, it's great to watch. So many variations, staggering really, but they're not actually making the clean breaks yet. They are stressing the Welsh defence, but it's not breaking. But goodness me, it must be absolutely exhausting. You feel a try is coming. At this point, I make a note that even though the Irish passing is impressive, they are winning the power game as well, and maybe they don't need to be quite so complicated. And yeah, Dan Sheehan early on showing he's one of the best hookers in the world in those wide channels, just bulldozing through the first wide defender seemingly every time. It takes 20 minutes, but then the try does come. I mean, it's good defence from Wales, but it is coming. The scrum was a real problem in the first half for Wales. Porter and Furlong were just bulldozing the Welsh front row. Consecutive penalties, and it goes to a penalty to a maul, and Sheehan finally goes over with a big maul. So 10-0, it was coming. It was tough work, but maybe the dam is breaking. So with 10 minutes to go in the half, and Wales are really struggling. They're fighting for every inch, but it's just wave after wave of green attack, and this time it's Nash wrapping around from his wing that makes the extra man. He gets a lovely offload in to Lowe, so that's a good try. 17-0, and the match is starting to creep away from Wales. Great kicking on the conversions from Crowley. 5 minutes to go. Wales do have a big chance, and it felt like a huge moment. Wales actually have their first big attack of the match after 35 minutes, which isn't good. But anyway, they get some danger men on the ball for the first time. George North, Rio Dyer causing some problem, putting Ireland actually under the first pressure of the match. And Ireland start to leak some penalties, which they did under pressure in this match. And sides will see that if you do put Ireland under pressure, they're not unbeatable. But a couple of thunderous dominant tackles from Van der Fleer and Caelan Doris smashed the big guys back from Wales, and they just had to get points on that visit. You feel the Ireland line-out is faltering a bit, and it does all game, but they hang on to half-time, 17-0. A really good start for Ireland for sure. Just a word for the sponsor, Lifting Giants, who have actually created some ergonomically designed lifting blocks that fit your hands, really helping the line-out, fully reusable, and if you use the code RugbyAnalyst10, you get 10% off. Into the second half, and Wales need to start big, and they do. Cameron Winnett, the player of the second half for Wales, he catches his own kick, he makes a break, they get a penalty, brilliant kick to touch from Costello, the maul thunders towards the line, and Byrne swims around the sides, gives away the penalty try and a yellow card. Just perfect for Wales, 17-7. The Welsh defence continues to be excellent. They continue to watch the Irish as they did in the first half, and the difference here is they've actually got some points. Anyway, now it's a contest, both sides running at each other. Thomas Williams has come alive, Winnett's come alive, Dyer's getting on the ball, so it's a much better game in this second half. But still, Ireland do have loads of possession, and they throw the kitchen sink at Wales. But yeah, that Welsh defence, really, really good. Concede a bit of gain line, but they stay joined up. On 52 minutes, I felt it was a big phase of the game, as Wales could have got right back into this game. Elliot Dee's line-out throwing has been excellent, definitely a net positive. Wales go to simple one-out runners, and maybe Wales need to work a bit on their attack to get some more variations, because Ireland did know what was coming, but they are making a bit of ground. Get some penalties off Ireland, another 5-metre line out, go to the maul. This time Tadhg yellow card time is up, and he goes through the middle this time and turns it over. So the big difference from the first maul where he got yellow carded, he goes to the middle. Class stuff there. Porter saves the day with the jackal as well. So big turning point there. Wales could have been right back into it, but Ireland survive and they're back up to 15 men. The benches start emptying, and just to note here that the Welsh back row, the young man Mackenzie Martin, is an absolute unit. So a lot of youngsters for Wales. They're not at their best at the moment, but you can see there's a team coming, I think, whereas Ireland are at their peak. Anyway, Ireland respond immediately to that threat. Kelleher and James Lowe make some breaks. A good offload from Lowe, but it looks forward to me. Aki does pile over the line for the try, but they call it back, not for the forward pass, but for a flick off Henshaw's hand. So anyway, Ireland are banging at the door, but try disallowed there. And it does look like Ireland are going to close this game off. Yeah, one more try, you think it's going to win it. And it does come eventually. They've got Ryan Baird done. He was a ridiculous athlete, just a galloping man. Makes some breaks, although his hands aren't the best, I guess. But a big line from him. Robbie Henshaw with a big line as well. 5-metre line out more from the penalty. And can they put the game away? Yes, they can. Frawley hits a nice flat line off Gibson Park. So crucial try. It felt like it was coming, although that chance for Wales, they could have got right back into it, but they didn't. And then Ireland just push on. Yeah, like I said, Ryan Baird galloping everywhere. Cameron Winnett still looking really good. His wicked sidestep at pace is so impressive, being able to keep his pace up and change his direction. He's very small, but goodness me, he makes some breaks. And along with Cameron Winnett, we've got Kieran Hardy off the bench, and he's super sharp as well from 9. Not that Thomas Williams wasn't. They get close to the line, but Wales just don't have the variations close to the line. It's good defence from Ireland, but they are conceding penalties, so a yellow card to James Ryan. And Wales just go for more tap and bash, and eventually they get held up. So you think that was a chance to get some more points. I don't think they could have won it. But anyway, you've got to think Wales just got to work on that attack a bit, but there's big heart there. One more chance for Ireland to get another try, and it's Stuart McCloskey on in the centres, obliterates Mason Grady, huge tackle, and they get the bonus point try. It's a bit of a shame really, because Captain Dafford Jenkins misses a poor tackle on a slow wrap from Tadhg, but he goes over for the try. 31-7. Ireland get what they need, but you can see that if they're put under pressure, they are beatable, and Wales just couldn't put them under enough pressure, didn't have enough variation in their attack. But I think there's positives there for Wales. It kind of went how we expected, but an exciting game. Let me know what you think below, love to know, and I'll catch you next time.